She's a straight shooter, if you know what I mean. Dishing out the truth about the royal scene with a fist of fire and a voice so keen. Hitting hard with those altar bridge vibes, no sugarcoating the false alibis. Tearing down the lies she despised. Yorkshire lass with fire in her eyes. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. See a fake, she's a beacon bright, unraveling the drama without a fright. Armored with honesty, ready to fight. Injustice quivers at her sight. Unbreakable will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines. Will won't be confined. Mind of steel and heart redefined. Rhetoric sharp, leaving dust behind. In Stef's world, truth is intertwined. Stef don't play, she holds the line. Shouting from the rooftops across the digital vine. Harry and Meghan under her sign. Fearless and bold with a soul that shines.
Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Daily Nerd Live Friday edition. How has your week been? Oh my goodness, it has been insane, hasn't it, in the world of Hazza and Megsy. So just to let you guys know what to expect for the Daily Nerd Live for Friday, the 4th of April 2025. Happy April, people. First and foremost, oh my goodness, is someone getting Sentebale jelly? Oh, we are going to get into, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Prince Harry's real reason for starting the Sentebale route with Dr. Sophie. And again, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, it might actually involve the ARCHEWELL Foundation. Guys, I did a little bit of research. Now, I am no big SM. I am no big Stephen Magnus, but I think I might have done him a little bit proud on this one. Maybe. I don't know. We're yet to find out. But yes, I did some research, guys. And yeah, there might be a proper real reason for Harry starting this Sentebale route. So I'll be starting on that shortly. Then after that, we're going to get on to story number 2. Meghan Markle has officially started merching Princess Lilibet in a major shock move. So we're going to get into that. Then the third story, Piers Morgan reveals why Prince Harry recently went absolutely ballistic on him. And it involves another member of the royal family. Who? Stay tuned to find out. And then we may be able to get into the bonus Hazza and Megsy story for today. How do we unlock that bonus? Well, as I've been explaining to you guys the last couple of weeks, YouTube has created a new function for us creators when we stream live, and it's called Super Chat Goals. And so we can set a goal of how many super chats we get in an hour or so. And if we hit that goal, then we're able to essentially give you a reward. And for this one, yes, if we reach 10 super chats within the next hour, then I will give you an extra Brucey bonus. My UK alter nerds out there, you'll know what I mean by that. With an extra Megsy and Hazard story, and it's about their Sussex title. That's all I'm going to say. You want to know more? If you can, mind you, contribute to today's super chat goal. And that is what I've got for you lined up for the Daily Nerd Live for Friday, the 4th of April, 2025. And for those that are watching on the replay, fast forward 5-10 minutes and I will have started the first topic for today's live stream. Before we do so, though, my goodness, I do have a few thank yous. Thank you so much, first and foremost, to Jean Rick for the $1.99 sugar bucks and the Ginger Doggy Fighting Arts moment. I love it. Sorry, Jean, though, because you sent that before I set the goal, it unfortunately doesn't count. But thanks anyway for sending it. We also have MPNG Creed turning around with gifting one leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest member, courtesy of NPNG Creed. And guys, the next leadership only stream, when I could get my teeth back in, for March will be this Sunday. It will be just before the Sunday Daily Nerd, so it'll be 9 o'clock UK time, which I believe is 4 o'clock Eastern. It's the only time you guys are able to call in, and we discuss all the misadventures of Hazza and Megsy for the month of March, and I bet you guys have a lot to say. So the next leader-only stream for the month of March will be this Sunday at 9 o'clock UK time, 4 o'clock Eastern, just before the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. Also, thanks to Jean Rick for gifting another leadership to one of you lucky lots out there and being a leader for the last 42 months. Thank you so much. Saying happy Friday, everyone. Time to celebrate. Yes! The weekend's here. Adore you, Stef, and the community the best. I adore you too. You are literally the OG, Gene. Thank you so much. And MPNG Creed again, gifting another leadership to one of you lucky lots out there, along with the big SM himself, Stephen Magnus. So thank you so much for gifting all these leaderships so far. Oh my goodness, we can definitely announce officially that today's gifting wars have begun. So we're already on a whopping 5 new leaders for today's stream. Who else is going to pick up that sword and shield and be like, this ain't how you do a gifting war. This is how we do a gifting war, and help us get to double figures, 10 new leaders for today's stream. We're only 5 more away. Guys, we may soon find out. We also have Karen Evans. Thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership for the last 9 months. That's absolutely insanely amazing. I hope to see you in the leader-only stream this Sunday, 9 o'clock UK time, 4 o'clock Eastern. We also have Elizabeth in the chat. Thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks. Really appreciate that. We also have Harper's One Nighter. If I've mispronounced your name, I apologise. Harper's One Nighter, thank you so much for the $5 sugar bucks, and it's your first live. Oh my goodness, wow. Everyone, guys, hearts in the chat right now for Harper's, because it's their first ever live here. Thank you so much for tuning in, Harper's. I really appreciate it. I will be kicking off the first topic in a moment. I just want to say thanks to the rest of the people, the rest of the alter nerds that have very kindly sent a couple of sugar bucks my way, such as Karen Evans. Thank you so much for the £2 sugar bucks, and also as well Jean Rick. Thanks again for sending another sugar bucks, $1.99 sugar bucks, and this is my favourite ever super chat. Why? Because this is a Ginger Doggy Fighting Arts moment. Let me explain. This is a Ginger Doggy. There are hearts coming from the tail when you lift the tail from a doggy. What's directly underneath the butthole? Therefore, this is a Ginger Doggy Fighting Arts moment. You'll never be able to ever unsee it ever again. You're very welcome. Oh my goodness. And wow. I was about to jump in to the first topic of today's live stream, but whoo, Catherine coming in, gifting a whopping 10 leaderships for today's stream. My goodness, wow, everyone say hey up to our newest leaders, courtesy of Catherine. And now hearts in the chat now for Catherine, because my goodness, she has stepped up double figures, taking us to 15 new leaders for today's stream. My goodness, Catherine, thank you so much. I really appreciate your face. Wow, we're only just 5 more away from 20 new leaders for today's stream. So who's going to be looking at Catherine and be like, let me show you how I really do a gifting war, and take us to 20 new leaders for today's stream. Guys, we may soon find out. We may soon find out. We are also on 3 super chats into our goal so far. We just need 7 more, and we will be able to unlock the bonus Hazza and Megsy story for today, and it's about their Sussex title. If you want to know more, if you can, that is, then contribute to today's super chat goal. But Catherine, thank you so much. That is insanely generous of you for today's gifting war. And I see General Scott in the chat. Hey up, General, I salute you, mate. And our head mod, Project Metal Music. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much. With that being said, let's jump into today's main topic. Anyone that sends any super chat stickers, leader-only chats, I will get to you guys as and when I can. Please bear in mind that the super chat goal is still in effect at the moment. So, let's kick into it, shall we? So, Prince Harry's real reason for his Sentebale row with Dr. Sophie. Now, I have to be very clear on this. This is all in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, okay? Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. But for me, it involves ARCHEWELL Foundation. So, follow very closely as to what I'm about to show you. Now, the Daily Mail here is reporting on the real reason for Prince Harry's fallout with Dr. Sophie. And this is all essentially Team Sussex, okay? Team Sussex trying to still throw Dr. Sophie under the bus. Guess what? I'm not having it. And let me explain why. So they're turning around and they're saying that Hazza and the rest of the trustees, right, mass resigned from their roles due to financial worries and disagreements, saying that Dr. Sophie had spent more than £427,000 on consultant fees since she took the post back in July 2023, according to The Times. And so these consultants were employed to pursue a strategy to get donations from wealthy individuals and foundations in the US. But sources close to former trustees told the BBC that they hadn't delivered the results. They claim that if the US fundraising strategy had worked, this crisis in running the charity might have been averted. Now, a spokesperson for Sentebale told The Times that the board acted collectively on major decisions, but a source close to Hazza and, you know, the rest of them that departed is suggesting otherwise. They're turning around and saying, no, we didn't agree to this. And so a spokeswoman for Sentebale told Mail Online that the charities board was aware of and approved all the contracts, including the consultant ones, right? They hired a US firm called Lebec to help build a new fundraising strategy, and that by October 2024, a team of 6 consultants had set up 65 key relationships with potential Sentebale donors, and that everything had been successfully delivered against every single deliverable. Now, before I get into my research and tell you, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, the real reason for Hazza's row with Sentebale and Dr. Sophie and how it involves ARCHEWELL Foundation, let me be very clear on this. I actually used to be part of a charity. I used to be a trustee. I actually used to be the charity's honourable secretary, okay? So I'm very much aware of how charity finances actually work. Not to a big scale of, let's say, Sentebale and ARCHEWELL Foundation. Let me be clear here. I was involved in a very small charity, less than 100 grand a year income kind of thing. But, you know, largely the mechanics are the same when it comes to the finances, right? The mechanics are also the same in terms of how the board of trustees actually passes things for the charity. Now, everything that's spent, right, when it comes to a charity, by my knowledge and my experience, has to be passed by the board, passed by the trustees. Has to be. At least by a majority. So for Hazza and that side to turn around and say, no, we didn't agree to these consultant fees being paid, guess what? By my knowledge and my own personal experience of being on a trustee board for a charity and actually being the Honourable Secretary of said charity, I'm calling BS on that. They knew. They passed it. End of. Now, why am I saying that this all involves the ARCHEWELL Foundation and what the real reason is for Prince Harry's Sentebale row with Dr. Sophie? Now, again, this is all my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of the figures. Stephen Magnus, you might like this one. Let's go. So, if we take the reported amount of £427,000 paid in PR fees for Sentebale, okay? So with their annual income for 2023 of £3,406,000, right? This is over 12% of their 2023 income spent. So, based on the reported amount of consultant fees that Sentebale had paid under Dr. Sophie of £427,000, that's approximately 12% of their 2023 income spent. Now, let's compare that to ARCHEWELL Foundation. If we take their annual income, right at the bottom here in the current year box, of £5,729,733 for the year of 2023, and their PR fees, right here, okay, which when you add up these two together, total £301,550, that, or dollars, should I say, sorry, dollars, that is over 5% of their 2023 income spent. Now, percentage-wise, okay, Sentebale doubled their investment into PR to try and essentially break America. Because ultimately, what was Dr. Sophie doing, as per the report that I explained to you in the Daily Mail? Sentebale with Dr. Sophie was putting all this money into consultants to break America, to try and get more donors, more money from America to help the Sentebale cause. Dr. Sophie essentially showing the will and the strength to want to do more and get more for Sentebale. But guess what? This shows up Prince Harry and his ARCHEWELL Foundation. They're only invested in comparison, half percentage-wise, into PR for ARCHEWELL. It's showing Hazza up here. You've got Sentebale that's really trying to go in and invest into getting more for Sentebale, whereas percentage-wise, the ARCHEWELL Foundation is investing less into trying to get more from ARCHEWELL Foundation. Now, let's go one step further and let's get into the staff costs, okay? So if we take the top end of each staff member's salary here from Sentebale, okay? This is from the Charity Commission website. It's completely public. Anyone can see these figures, right? So here in 2023, there was one member of staff that was earning between 60,000 to 70,000, another member of staff earning between 80 to 90, and another member of staff earning between 120 to 130k. For the year of 2023. Now, if we take the top end of that, right, of each, 70,000 to this member of staff here, 90,000 to this member of staff here, 130,000 to this member of staff here, right? So if we take the top end of each staff member's salary here from Sentebale, that totals 290,000 per year. And when we look at their 2023 annual income of 3,406,000, the amount of staff costs total is 8.5% of their 2023 income. Now, if we take the total of ARCHEWELL Foundation employee salaries here, right? All three of them, Shauna Knapp, James A. Hall, Disha Tank, right? All these figures here, right, totals 640,741. And based on their 2023 income, that is over 11% of their 2023 income. So you've got a situation here, right, where ARCHEWELL Foundation is paying more to their employees and investing less in PR to try and get more donors for ARCHEWELL. On the flip side, you've then got Sentebale that's paying more for consultant fees, investing into PR to try and get more donors for Sentebale. But on the flip side, paying in total less to their highest earning people in the organisation. Sentebale essentially investing more to try and get more donors, whereas ARCHEWELL, in comparison, percentage-wise, is investing less into ARCHEWELL Foundation to essentially try and get more donors. This is insane. And so when you put the percentages of salary and PR costs together, okay, just to kind of come round full circle, for Sentebale, the percentages together of salary and PR costs is about 21% of their annual income. For ARCHEWELL Foundation, it's about 16.5% of their annual income. So when you think about it, right, and you break all these figures down, there's not really much in it between the two organisations percentage-wise in terms of how much they're spending per year in salary costs and PR consultancy costs. So if there's not much in it percentage-wise between these two organisations, then why would HAZA have such a problem with Dr. Sophie spending similar percentages on staff and PR and consultancy fees for Sentebale? Could it be because of jealousy? Now, again, this is all my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. But think about it. His friend, right, earlier on this week insinuated that Dr. Sophie was somehow jealous of Megxie, right? But could it actually be that HAZA was actually jealous of Dr. Sophie and her big moves to try and get Sentebale to break America? Now, think about it. Again, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, he would not want Sentebale to be more successful and overshadow the ARCHEWELL Foundation, and neither would Megxie. So, percentage-wise, spending more on PR, Sentebale would actually have a good chance of overshadowing ARCHEWELL Foundation and being more successful, which for HAZA and Megxie, they couldn't abide with. Again, all my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Because if Sentebale is coming to America and getting all these donors, then who's left donor-wise to donate to ARCHEWELL Foundation? So, is HAZA, and I'm just asking a question here for a friend, is HAZA trying to spin this narrative that Dr. Sophie is spending too much on PR consultancy fees, when really he is scared that the amount she's spending will actually cause Sentebale to be more successful with donations than ARCHEWELL Foundation in America? Again, when you look at the totality of the percentages of how much percentage-wise, comparative to their annual income, Sentebale is spending, right, on PR, consultancy costs and staff, right? Sentebale is about 21%. ARCHEWELL's about 16.5%. There's not much in it spending percentage-wise. There really isn't. So if there's not much in it percentage-wise when you put the salary and the PR cost, consultancy costs together, then why would Hazza have such a problem with Dr. Sophie spending similar percentages on staff and PR for Sentebale? He's trying to throw her under the bus. I'm not having it. This, to me, in my opinion, conspiracy theory or whatever, is Hazza's real reason for his Sentebale row with Dr. Sophie. And it involves, yes, ARCHEWELL Foundation, because Dr. Sophie was making big moves to invest in consultancy fees to get more donors from America. And if donors are donating to Sentebale, would they then really want to donate to ARCHEWELL Foundation as well? Hazza would not want, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Sentebale to take all the donors away from ARCHEWELL Foundation and all the potential donors away from ARCHEWELL Foundation and it all go to Sentebale. And for him to turn round, or spokesperson, source, whatever, to turn around and say they did not agree for the spending to go towards these consultancy fees, this, that and the other, to try and get more donors in America, blah, blah, blah. Again, I call BS on that one. Why? Because I used to be a part of a charity. I used to be a trustee. I actually used to be the Honourable Secretary, the Honourable, oh my goodness, I've completely just had a brain fart. I don't know why. I used to be the Honourable Treasurer. I was going to say the Honourable Accountant. Who knows at this point? I used to be the Honourable Treasurer of this charity, right? And whenever, right, anything was to be spent out of the charity funds, it had to be agreed by the Board of Trustees. There was no way around it. Had to be agreed by at least a majority vote. So I'm a little bit confused how a source is turning around and saying that Dr. Sophie spent all this money on consultancy fees without the board's approval. I don't freaking think so. No freaking way. And for me, as I've broken all these figures down and all these percentages down, again, Dr. Sophie is spending similar percentages on staff and PR for Sentebale as ARCHEWELL Foundation. So if there's similar percentages, why would Hazza have such a problem with Dr. Sophie spending in the first place on PR for Sentebale when it's similar? Again, not the amount. He agreed to it. I assure you he agreed to it all. The board agreed to it all. That's how it works. Nah, it's because of jealousy as far as I'm concerned. He did not want Sentebale, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, to essentially break America and become major competition for ARCHEWELL Foundation, whereby Sentebale would be taking all the donors away from ARCHEWELL Foundation. That's my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. That's my opinion as to Prince Harry's real reason for the Sentebale row with Dr. Sophie. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it involves the ARCHEWELL Foundation. But enough with what I think. What do you guys think? With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are, because I ain't done with you guys yet. But for those watching on the replay, and watching live, to be fair, if you like this and you want more, believe me, of course, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to my research? Do you agree with it? Disagree with it? Let me know either in the live chat or if you watch on the replay, comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. The next story that we'll be starting in a moment is, yes, Megxie is officially now merching Princess Lilibet in a major shock move. We all knew this day was gonna freaking come. It's absolutely insane. What the deuce is going on? I'm going to jump into that in a moment. Before I do so, though, I'm going to speak to you guys in the live chat and see what you guys have been talking about. So, a couple of thank yous before we continue. So, oh my goodness, we have Tammy Joe with the $2 sugar bucks, ruining a sugar's day by sending some sugar bucks my way, and the Ginger Doggy with the yay. Yay, I love it. Thank you so much. We also have MPNG Creed Menace jumping in today's gifting war, gifting a whopping 10 new leaders for today's stream. My goodness, thank you so much. That took us to a whopping 25 new leaders for today's stream, but Flapper27 saw your MPNG Creed Menace and was like, I see you 10. And freaking match your 10. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is getting insane for today's gifting wars. So everyone say, A up to our newest leaders, courtesy of MPNG, Creed Menace, but also as well, Flapper27. And that's in the chat for those two, because my goodness, they are totally stepping up into today's gifting wars. Who else is going to jump in and be like, this ain't how you do a gifting war. This is how you do a gifting war. Guys, we may soon find out. We may soon find out. We're already on to a whopping 35 new leaders for today's stream. We're just 5 more away from 40 new leaders for today's stream. So who's going to help us get there? Guys, we may soon find out. We may soon find out. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Stephen Magnus, SM. Thank you so much for the £5 sugar bucks. Appreciate you first, mate. Saying Sentebale does have a link to the US American Friends of Sentebale. Has it in its Form 990, a reference over their tax affairs with the UK charity. Yeah. And that's kind of, I didn't want to go into that only because with me kind of, how do I put this? Communicating quite a lot of figures. I kind of wanted to try and make it as simple as possible into how I was presenting it all. But because of your emails, one of them, I remember it saying that Sentebale had a link to the US of the American Friends of Sentebale, and that actually kicked off my kind of rationale of, well, hang on a minute. Has it been absolutely miffed off because Dr. Sophie is spending a similar amount percentage-wise on consultancy and staff fees, this, that, and the other? Having an issue with that don't make sense when ARCHEWELL is spending a similar amount percentage-wise comparative to their own annual income for 2023. So what's really going on? What's the real reason why he's peeved off with Dr. Sophie and Sentebale to the point where he's had an absolute tiff and just, you know, spat his dummy out, thrown all his toys out of the pram and exited the building? Well, I've given you my opinion. What do you guys think at this point? Sarge is in the chat. Hey up, Sarge. How's it going? Thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership for the last 22 months. Saying, hey up, Stef, you rock star. Georgie and Olivia says hi. Thank you so much. Hey up, Georgie and Olivia. How's it going? My favourite pups in the whole wide world. Let's see what else you guys are saying before we crack on to the next story for today's live stream. Now, let me just do a quick check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm going to have a word with YouTube because for some reason it's not working, this goal situation, the super chat goal. Don't know why. Okay, so we've got 5 super chats so far, discounting Jean Ricks because she sent that before I set up the goal. I don't know why it's showing that we've only got 4 super chats towards today's goal. No, we've got 5 super chats towards today's goal. So we're already halfway through to get into 10 super chats. So you guys get to unlock a bonus Hazza and Megsy story, and it's all about the Sussex title. So if you want to unlock that bonus Hazza and Megsy story for today's live stream, you guys know what to do. If you can, that is, of course. But yeah, ignore where it's saying that we've only got 4 super chats towards the goal. No, we've got 5 super chats towards the goal. So I'm going to have a word with my YouTube rep and find out what's going on with that. But yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. So Splatton says, I wouldn't donate to anything that they are involved in. Me neither. Me neither. Esla B says, ARCHEWELL Foundation should also be investigated too. I think all Prince of Hazard charities should be looked at. I do think it's only a matter of time before the IRS does look into ARCHEWELL Foundation, simply because of as far as I'm concerned, their obvious slant towards, you know, supporting the Democratic Party when charities are supposed to be apolitical. They're supposed to be politically neutral. So I do think it's only a matter of time before ARCHEWELL Foundation does get a knock on the door by the IRS, especially with all the US aid kind of controversy that's going on at the moment, which, by the way, guys, follow TRG, The Royal Grift, on Twitter and YouTube, because her reporting on this and her research on US aid and links to ARCHEWELL Foundation is totally unmatched. Absolutely unmatched. It's absolutely amazing and commendable and applaudable, the work that she's doing over there at the moment. So shout out to TRG for that. Jimbo says, so ARCHEWELL is at the centre of it all. Excellent news. Someone, as far as I'm concerned, is taking a leaf out of the whole narcissistic nutbag playbook, really, at the end of the day. Angela Jacoby says, if you're a patron, you're supposed to make money for the charity you represent, not your own. Exactly. Exactly. Doesn't make sense for Hazard to be upset that Dr. Sophie and Sentebale was investing into the charity to try and get more donors from America. It actually makes sense to do that when you have the capability to do so. Do you know what I mean? It's insane. It really, really is. Let's see what else you guys are saying here. Andrea Black, I need to see this. Watch a documentary on fairies. One group of them are called Tig. Not all fairies are nice. Yeah, not all fairies are nice. Absolutely. Julianne Lewis says, can anyone see my comments? Yeah, way up. I can see them. I'll do. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Jimbo says they need to give back the title. Well, guys, if you want to know the bonus Hazard and Megzy story, which is about their Sussex title, if you can, please contribute to today's super chat goal. Now, let's see what else is going on in the chat. Angela. Oh, Angela, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks. No, just, you know, sending a little bit of sugar bucks my way. Thank you so much. That takes us to number 6. 6 super chats towards today's goal. We're just 4 more away to unlock the bonus Hazard and Megzy story. Who's going to help us get there? Guys, we may soon find out. MPNG Creed Menace, thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership and being head mod. Saying, A up Stef, A up PNG. Just sent you a DM via the petition I mentioned 2 weeks ago involving care homes for the elderly and disabled community, etc. Thanks. Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll get that shared out. Dude, share it here if you want. Share it in the live chat. I really don't mind. You're allowed to do that. You're head mod. There you go. Susan Razor says, you can't raise money when only contributing 1 hour a week to ARCHEWELL. Tell me about it. I know, right? And Nero says, should Dr. Sophie be up for a Ripple of Hope award? Oh, that would be amazing if she got that. Not only, like, nominated for it, but then won it. Oh, my goodness. Yes. I am here for that all day long. With that being said, let's get into story number 2 for today's live stream. Meghan Markle has officially merged Princess Lilibet in a major shock move. It is completely distasteful. So let's jump into it right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness shower, because Meghan Markle has officially merged Princess Lilibet and by extension her late Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II in a major shock move that is totally distasteful. It is leaving an absolute bad taste in my mouth, and I even tried or even want to try this freaking recipe that she's now trying to hawk to everyone. Now, props goes to Princess Carparkle at Unremarkable on Twitter for sharing this, saying she's really trying hard. She just happens to have passion fruit vine in her garden, don't we all? I know! I've got some in my garden. I'll tell you that right now. Passion fruit vine. All throughout the year, I can just go out, grab some. Job's a good un. Megxie is so out of touch with reality, it's unreal. And as Princess Cardbarkle says here, more out of touch BS for Megxie. Hashtag Megxie is the problem. And yes, this is Meghan Markle, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, officially merching Princess Lilibet and, by extension, the late Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in a major shock move that will leave everyone a bad taste in their mouths. And yeah, we ain't even tried this recipe yet. I don't think I will do either. So this is called the Chantilly Lily, a recipe for Megxie, the Duchess of Sussex. Again, using a title for commercial means. Seriously, never, ever, 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 in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, make a freaking agreement with Megxie, because as far as I'm concerned, she'll freaking break it. Didn't the Sandringham Agreement dictate that they were not to use their titles for commercial purposes? What the frick is she doing here? Absolute moron. But here, apparently, total time, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Prep time, 10 minutes. Cook time, 35 minutes. Plus 2 hours chilling. What the hell is this? To be fair, I mean, it kind of looks sloppy. I mean, what do you guys think? This Chantilly Lily looks like a sloppy mess. It looks... Sorry to be very graphic here, okay? But it looks like someone's thrown up. It just does. It looks like sick. It's awful. It's disgusting. But here... they're literally spelling it out for us. This dessert, named for Meghan's daughter, Princess Lilibet, is based on a banana pudding recipe of Meghan's grandmother. In the Southern classic, vanilla pudding is layered with cookies and sliced banana. Meghan's version adds the sweet tart sting of strawberries macerated with lemon. She just happens, guys, to have a passion fruit vine in her garden, and its yellow seeds make a nice juicy garnish. This layered pudding can be made in individual glasses for a party or a big bowl for a family night in, when I can get my teeth back in and stop hiccuping for some strange reason. But they're literally spelling it out. It's named after Princess Lilibet. She is literally officially, at this point, it is official, she's merching Princess Lilibet. And by freaking extension, the late Queen Elizabeth II. It's absolutely heartbreaking, the story that's out there. Allegedly, when Megxie announced that she was going to call her second child Lilibet, Queen Elizabeth allegedly turned round and said, Lilibet's my name. It's the only thing that I really own. And now they're taking that away from me? It's absolutely heartbreaking if that's true. And what completely eviscerates it all is she's now merching not only Princess Lilibet, but the late Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II as well. Absolutely insane. Now, I'm recording this live for those that are watching on the replay. The live chat, I'm speaking to you guys right now. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Megxie is officially merching right now Princess Lilibet and by extension Queen Elizabeth II in this absolutely shock move that's leaving a bad taste in my mouth? I don't know what you guys think to it. Furthermore, would you actually make this recipe? Would you actually try it? Let me know in the live chat. Let's see what you guys are saying so far about it all. Project Metal Music saying methane is just sick. Tell me about it. Totally sick in the head with this one. Sarai saying Megxie is shameless. Yep. General Scott says McDonald's. Do you know what? General, I salute you, but I do think that's an insult to McDonald's. Just going to put it out there. Oh my goodness. General Scott says, reminds me of a McDonald's parfait. I know. This doesn't look elevated at all. I mean, to be fair, let's be real here. Where are the flour sprinkles? I mean, come on. It can't be a Megsy moment now without those damn freaking flower sprinkles. Where are the flower sprinkles? Like, seriously, I'm being serious here. What the frick? Angela Jacoby says she's got a chef and her own mum thought it tasted nasty. It was all over her face. I know, I saw that. It was an absolute picture of delight to see. Let's see. Andrea Black says that's all kind of messed up. Yeah. Lizzie B says she did that to spite the late Queen because of the royal word and its usage on commercial endeavors. Yep. Yep. Zephyr K9 says I find it absolutely disgusting. I don't like banana pudding, so big no for me. Do you know what? Even if I liked banana pudding, this definitely is a big no for me because, like I said, it looks like sick. It looks like someone's just thrown up. And there's a little bit of, let's say, you know, blood in their stomach that they're throwing up as well. Sorry to be so graphic, but I'm being honest with you. I'm keeping it 100. That's what it looks like to me. With just a couple of strawberries on top just for good measure, because why not, right? Again, where were the damn flower sprinkles? What the hell? Sarge says, mental asylum awaits. Yep. Esla B, thank you so much for the $2.99 sugar bucks. Really appreciate your face. My goodness, thank you so much for that. No comment, just here's some sugar bucks. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jane says, very surprised the recipe wasn't stolen from someone. Give it time. The internet's really good at researching. I'm sure at some point we're going to find another recipe that she's allegedly copied from. So give that time. And let's see. Chen Griffith says flower sprinkles. They're just dead flowers. I know. Angela Goom says, Steph, it's a mess without the sprinkles. Don't put ideas into her head. No, she's channeling the spirit of Princess Diana. Princess Diana that's putting ideas into her head. We don't have to do that for her. That's actually like a real story, guys, that's being reported in media. That apparently, you know, Meg's turning around and saying that she's channeling the spirit of Princess Diana and Princess Diana's speaking to her. And that Princess Diana approves of everything they've done so far since Megxit. Yeah, that's been reported. That's real. I'm not even joking. I wish I was. I'm really not. Let's see. Final comment from Project Metal Music. That looks like reheated puke. See, I'm not the only one that's seeing this. Headmod is seeing it as well. It looks like puke. It really does, doesn't it? With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. We're going to get on to the third story in a moment. But for those watching on the replay and live, if you appreciated this and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more fun to be had at the expense of Hazza and Megsy as always. Then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to this Chantilly Lily nonsense? Does it leave a bad taste in your mouth now that you know that Megsy is now officially merching Princess Lilibet and, by extension, the late Queen Elizabeth II? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. Okay, and that was the second story for today's live stream. We're going to get on to the third story in a moment, guys, which is Piers Morgan reveals why Prince Harry recently went ballistic on him. Oh my goodness, this is a funny story indeed. Also as well, I'm keeping count. We are now 7 super chats into our goal of 10. Once we reach 10 super chats, you will unlock the 4th bonus Hazza and Megsy story for today, and it's all about their Sussex title. So if you want to unlock that story for today, then we just need 3 more super chats. I am keeping count, seeing as, again, this goal system's just not working. Like I said, I'm going to speak to my YouTube rep on that one and find out what the deuce is going on there. But yeah, with that being said, let's kick in with the third topic for today's live stream. Piers Morgan revealing why Prince Harry recently went ballistic on him. And it involves a certain royal family member. Let's crack on, shall we? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Piers Morgan has revealed why Prince Harry recently went ballistic on him. And so this is from his show, Piers Morgan Uncensored. And yeah, let's watch this clip. It's less than a minute long. And then I'm going to give you some more information because there are pictures. Let's go for it.
That he is lonelier than ever in Montecito. He has no friends. He has zero relationship with his family. We just read that he cut off Eugenie, Princess Eugenie. And so what is he going to do with all this unstructured time?
Hang on, that was, I'm glad you mentioned that.
On how many ways his life has gone wrong.
Well, that was because of me, actually, the Eugenie thing, because she was having lunch with me and a group of people in a pub in London, and I was seen hugging them goodbye, and Harry saw this and went completely ballistic. I can confirm, breaking news, that is entirely true.
So Prince Harry went absolutely ballistic because Piers Morgan was caught being friendly and cuddling Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice. And guys, this is actually true. I did a little bit of research into this thinking, hang on a minute, what the deuce is going on? No. This is actually true. And so this actually happened 2 years ago now, back in April 2023. Daily Mail reported Princess is at the pub. Eugenie shows off a baby bump as she joins sister Beatrice in Notting Hill for outing with celeb pals James Blunt and Piers Morgan. And here are the pictures to prove it. These are the pictures, right, that caused Prince Harry to go ballistic on Piers Morgan. Because Piers Morgan is public enemy number one when it comes to the Sussex squad and the Sussex crew and Team Sussex, Sussex PR, whatever the frick you want to call them, right? I like to call them the morons. Hey up, morons, if you're watching. These are the pictures that allegedly led to Prince Harry going absolutely scatty and ballistic against Piers Morgan and led to Prince Harry cutting all ties with the last remaining members of the royal family that he had, which is Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice. Which, by the way, if he did do that, he did Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie a favour. That is for damn certain. But, you know, here they are. Princess Beatrice went on to exchange a close hug with Piers's partner, Celia Walden, as the group chatted outside the venue that they met in. Here, they're larking around, they're having fun, they're laughing, they're joking. So it shows that Piers Morgan is extremely friendly with Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. Something that Prince Harry probably would not appreciate. That is for damn certain. And so, yeah, I definitely believe Piers Morgan when he turns around and he says, yeah, Prince Harry went ballistic on him when he saw the pictures of him being friendly with Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie that then caused Prince Harry to completely cut ties with the princesses altogether because they're just simply friendly with Piers Morgan. What the frickin' deuce? Apologies. Bit of allergies there. Sorry about that. Show must go on. Let's crack on. And so this all to me makes sense. This all to me actually tracks. Why? Well, first and foremost, Piers Morgan turned around and says, yeah, you a picture of Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice looking friendly. Harry went ballistic, cut ties with the princesses. Well, yeah, there you go. It happened a couple of years ago. The pictures are there. His story tracks with the evidence we see right here. Not only that, but over a year later, I actually reported it on this channel that Princess Eugenie had been removed from the royal family blacklist after cutting ties with Prince Hazard. So Piers Morgan turning round and saying, yeah, Prince Hazard went ballistic when he saw pictures of me, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie being friendly, so much so that he cut contact and cut ties with the princesses, does track. Because A, there's a picture evidence of them being friendly that caused Hazard to completely go ballistic, allegedly, and we see that, the pictures. But B, over a year later in June last year, and I reported it myself on this channel, it came through that Princess Eugenie was finally accepted back into the royal fold and was finally removed from the royal family blacklist after, yes, also then cutting ties with Prince Harry in retaliation, I would say. Here, Princess Eugenie has been removed from the royal family's blacklist after she cut ties with Prince Harry. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie had remained close to the Sussexes since Megxit. Eugenie was the first member of the royal family that Hazard introduced Megxit to after they began dating. But it seems that the princesses are distancing themselves from Megxit and Hazard as they were spotted at the Buckingham Palace garden party supporting Prince William despite the ongoing family feud. Princess Eugenie issued a statement afterwards highlighting the importance of supporting family and beamed in the pictures alongside her sister. A royal insider said, B and Eugenie can't imagine what William is going through right now, and it was an honour for them to give him some support. Now, this was during the time that Princess Catherine had time off due to her cancer treatment. The insider said the York sisters were determined not to let him down. And that the royal insider said that the Princesses of York were overjoyed to be taking a more active role in the family, especially since Eugenie was on a blacklist after hosting Hazard and Megxit at a Portugal home. But that was then, and she's worked hard to prove her commitment to the royals. She didn't reach out to Harry when she was in LA in February, and this confirmed his worst fears that his last line to his family was over. Over and freaking done with. So, yeah. Guys, that is the full story of Piers Morgan revealing why Prince Hazard went absolutely ballistic on him. And me providing the receipts as to, why we should actually believe him. Not only are there actual mainstream media reports and pictures of Piers Morgan 2 years ago with the princesses, having a laugh, hugging them, this, that, and the other, it is there. But then, a year later, it was reported that Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice were taken off the royal family blacklist and welcomed back into the fold because all ties had been cut between them and Hazard and Megxit. So, I totally believe Piers Morgan based on the receipts that I found. What do you guys think? With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But for those watching live or on the replay, if you appreciate this and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alternate Tribe, like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Why do you think Prince Hazard went absolutely ballistic on Piers Morgan? I'm sure you've got some funny answers. Let me know and give me a laugh in the comments down below. Again, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But for those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was the third story for today's live stream. Guys, we are so close to unlocking the bonus Hazard and Megxit story for today's live stream. We're just one more super chat away from unlocking the super chat goal where you guys get a bonus Hazard and Megxit story, and it's all about the Sussex title. So if you want to know more, we just need one more of you to send in a super chat to hit that goal, and you get to unlock the bonus Hazard and Meg's story. First and foremost, though, mic drop Lisa. Thank you so much for your continued support for the leadership, love. Really appreciate your face. Mum of two, thank you so much for the $4.99 sugar bucks, helping us get towards that super chat goal so we can hopefully unlock the fourth bonus Hazard and Meg's story for today. And also, thank you so much to Catherine Linkus for your $5 sugar bucks, saying Harry will quickly realise how lonely he will be because of his mistreatment of the royal family, especially when his use to Megsy is done. Oh yeah, he's going to be completely isolated. The royal family will let him back in, but I always have maintained they'll treat him like Prince Andrew. We're aware he's there, but he's in the corner, swept under the carpet, and he's just not around at all. But Catherine, thank you so much. That takes us to our 9th super chat for today's live stream. We're just one more away from unlocking today's bonus Hazard and Meg's story. Just 10 seconds, guys. Is anyone going to help us get there? I don't know. Mic drop Lisa says 11 months is crazy. I know, right? I hope to see you for the leader only stream this Sunday, 9 o'clock UK time, 4 o'clock Eastern. The only time you guys get to call in and we get to discuss all the misadventures of Hazard and Megzy for the month of March. And I know you guys. I know you guys have got a lot to say about it. Let's put it that way. Oh my goodness. And we're going to have so much fun in that stream. I know it. I hope Mic Drop Lisa, you can join. Angela Jacoby, welcome to the leadership. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining the leadership. Appreciate your face. Hope to see you this Sunday for the leader only stream. And you get to call in as well. So 9 o'clock UK time, 4 o'clock Eastern. Stephen Magnus, Big SM, coming in to save the day. Wow! Taking us to our super chat goal of 10 super chats for the hour. So you guys have officially unlocked the bonus Hazard and Meg's story. I'll be getting into that in a moment. But a few more thanks to go your guys' way. Shaz, thank you so much for the £2 sugar buck, saying, here I am to save the day, listening and packing. Oh, let me do that again. Here I am to save the day. If anyone, and I mean anyone in the live chat, okay, gets that reference, super extra nerd points to you. I'm just saying. But listening and packing. Oh, packing for what? Are you packing for a good holiday? Oh, let me know. Speaking of holidays, I'm actually going abroad out of the country twice this month. So not next week, but the week after. I'm having to go to Italy. It's for my granddad. So yeah, that's that in about a week and a half. Be going for a week. Don't worry though, guys. I've got a lot of content for the week that I'm away in Italy to, keep you guys company until I come back. But then I'm only back for a couple of days because then I'm going on holiday again. But a proper holiday. I mean, my trip to Italy is not a holiday. It really, really isn't. But the trip after that, at the end of this month, is a proper holiday, and I actually will be vlogging some of it. I'm starting a series every Saturday. I'm going to be releasing like Stef the Alternate does this, Stef the Alternate eats that, Stef the Alternate does this crazy thing, like, kind of showing you guys what I'm doing away from the camera when the camera's off, right? And so every Saturday I'm going to be releasing I hope every Saturday, that's the aim. I'll be releasing a new video, taking you a little bit away from the camera and what I do when the camera's turned off. It's pretty fun, actually, I have to admit. So, yeah. Where are you going? Shaz? Let's go around full circle. Where are you going? Dawn Collins, thank you so much for the €2 sugar box. Really appreciate your face there. Tina, thank you so much for the $1.99 sugar box. Really, really appreciate you. And MPNG Creed Menace, thank you so much for jumping into today's gifting wars yet again. Gifting another leadership to one of you lucky lots out there. So everyone say, hey, up to our newest leader, courtesy of MPNG Creed Menace, and everyone that's been gifted leaderships today or joined as a leader themselves. I hope to see you this Sunday, 9 o'clock UK time, 4 o'clock Eastern for the leader-only stream, and it's the only time you guys get to call in, and we discuss all the misadventures of the gruesome twosome. And we have a really, really good fun time doing it as well. So, yeah, with that being said, let's get into the bonus Hazza and Megzy story that you guys have been able to unlock for today's live stream. Thank you so much to everyone that's been able to contribute to today's super chat goal. I do actually have a meeting with my YouTube rep next week, so I'm going to bring it up with them then. This issue with the super chat goal counter not working properly. I'll bring it up with them, and yeah, as soon as I get an answer, I'll let you guys know what the hell's going on with that. With that being said, let's get into the bonus Hazza and Megzy story. Let's go. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this, shall we, because Meghan Markle has been mocked by Amy Schumer over her Sussex title. Oh, let's have a laugh at this. Oh my goodness, because Megzy is still trying to maintain that her last name is Sussex now. Her last name is Sussex, guys. No, it's not. It's Markle. What's her name on a passport? Exactly. It's Meghan Markle, okay? No matter how hard, okay, she's trying to erase her affiliation and her history with the Markle family, she can try all she wants. It ain't gonna freaking work at all. So here is the article from Daily Mail. Amy Schumer mocking Megzy for using Sussex as a surname as she becomes the latest US star to take a swipe at Megzy. And actually what Amy Schumer's got to say and what this article has got to say is making a really, really good point, and it's involving Princess Catherine. So here we go. So Amy Schumer is the latest to take a brutal dig at Megzy over Megzy's insistence that people call her Meghan Sussex, which I'm never going to do ever in my lifetime. And so we all know where this has come from. It's from that episode with Mindy Kaling in that scene where Megzy's like, you know, I'm Meghan Sussex now. What's on your damn passport, love? It ain't Meghan Sussex. Let's be real here. And so Amy Schumer has chosen to weigh in on this, turning round on Instagram video saying, that's all I have to say, and I'm not going to talk any shiz. I'm not going to stir the pot, but why don't we have to call Kate Middleton Kate of Wales? Now, it'd be Catherine Middleton, Catherine of Wales. Let's be real here, okay? But she's got a good point. Princess Catherine is not turning round and saying, well, if you don't use my title princess, then you've got to call me Catherine Wales rather than Catherine Middleton. She doesn't turn round in the media and be like, people, stop calling me Catherine Middleton. It's now Catherine Wales. She ain't doing that. Why is Megzy? Princess Catherine isn't doing that because ultimately, at the end of the day, this is Catherine's family name. From where she came from is Catherine Middleton. Megzy's family name, from where she came from, is Meghan Markle. And even then, her first name isn't even freaking Meghan. Again, what's on your passport, love? It's Rachel Meghan Markle. So not only is she getting her last name wrong by trying to insist that we all call her Sussex, right? But she's technically getting her first name wrong as well, insisting that we all call her Meghan when actually her first name is Rachel. So her whole name of Meghan Sussex, technically, on a legal perspective, is freaking wrong at both freaking ends. And you can't make this shiz up. I'm telling you, this is absolutely freaking hilarious. It's hilarious. Now, Amy Schumer took a sideways glance at the camera, raising her hands thinking, what the frick is this nonsense, right? Now, one royal fan commented saying, Catherine understands what a title represents and does not use it for her own self-interest. Zing. Another row, I think Amy Schumer was shading Meghan Markle's insistence at being called Meghan Sussex. All day long, Amy Schumer's doing that. By Amy Schumer turning around and saying, well, hang on a minute, why isn't Princess Catherine insisting that she's called Catherine Wales? Why isn't Sarah Ferguson insisting that she's called Sarah York? I mean, let's be real here, right? It's because that's not technically her last name. It's Sarah Ferguson. It's Catherine Middleton. It's Rachel Meghan Markle. Come on. Wow. And so this isn't the first time, when I could get my teeth back in, that Amy Schumer has actually brutally gone for Megxie in this way. Now, she actually went for Megxie when both of them were pregnant at the same time. And so she joked about a love-hate relationship with Megxie, calling her quote, nemesis. She said, so say someone like, I don't know, my nemesis Meghan Markle. Why is she my nemesis? Because she's pregnant at the same time as me, and I'm not letting her get away with that. Well, allegedly pregnant. I maintain the belief, the opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that Megxie has actually totally faked those pregnancies. I really do believe that. You look at the pictures, it looks dodgy as hell, her bump. Her bump's supposed to be up here where the belly is, not down there where her fucking knees are. I'm my language, sorry about that. Hopefully YouTube human reviewer didn't hear that bit. I said frickin', all right? All right, her belly's supposed to be up here where her belly is, right? That's where the pregnancy's supposed to be, right? Not down to her freaking knees. Come on. So, yeah, I don't really think she was pregnant at the time at all. I believe she used a surrogate for both Archie and Lilibet. That is my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. But then Amy Schumer then turns around and says, so maybe I'm feeling competitive. Like, oh, Meghan looks better than me and she has a tiny small bump and she's wearing high heels. And I already look 10 months pregnant and I've been wearing flats for the last 4 years. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? Is it entirely impossible for a pregnant woman to be wearing high heels? No. But is it advisable? No, not from what I've heard. After having her first child, Amy Schumer then said, already had the baby, took me less than 4 months. Let's see Meghan do that shiz. And she also posted a photo of herself topless and over a toilet with the caption, today Markle is in Fiji. Amy Schumer's going freaking in. And there's been a history of Amy Schumer mocking Megxie over the years. The most latest one, though, is over Megxie's insistence that we all call her Meghan Sussex. But again, Amy Schumer's got a point. Princess Catherine does not insist that we call her Catherine Wales. Why is that? Because that makes no sense. Sarah Ferguson doesn't insist that we call her Sarah York. Because again, makes no sense. Their last names are Ferguson and Middleton. Therefore, Megxie cannot insist that we call her Meghan Sussex. She can't insist, really, that we call her Meghan Markle. Ultimately, at the end of the day, her real name on her passport is Rachel Meghan Markle. It's not Rachel Meghan Sussex or Meghan Markle. She's the bed. Like I said before, she's insisting that we call her Meghan Sussex. But legally, she's got that wrong on both fronts. Her first name's not Meghan and her last name's not freaking Sussex. How dumb do you have to freaking be? Come on. If you really, really want to be called Meghan Sussex, then change your name legally to that. And then it'll be on your passport and everything. And then, yes, okay. Then there's the legal insistence then at that point that, yeah, we call her Meghan Sussex. And I say that. Why? Because I've changed my name. My last name that I've got now is not the last name that I was born with. I changed my last name to my mum's maiden name. For a hell of a good reason, let's put it that way. So I know personally and have experience in legally changing your name, albeit the last name. And so if Meghan Markle, or Rachel Meghan Markle, wants to be known as Meghan Sussex, all right, put your money where your mouth is. Change it legally. So then it is on your passport and every other legal documentation. And then there is actual reason to then call her Meghan Sussex. Because right now, there is no reason whatsoever to call her Meghan Sussex. I'm going to call her Megsy. As far as I'm concerned. With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. But for those watching live on the replay, if you appreciate this and want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure on your way out you subscribe to join our Alternate tribe. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatevers. What would you want to call Meghan Markle? If you had to replace Meghan Markle's name with a new name, what would you call her? What would you call her? Let me know in the comments down below. Keep it friendly. Keep it clean. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those watching live, again, I'm not done with you yet. Those watching on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters. All right, and that was the bonus Hazard and Megsy story for today's live stream. Thank you so much to everyone that contributed towards today's super chat goal. Appreciate all your faces. A couple of moments before we go, MPNG Creed Menace, thank you so much for the £5 sugar bucks. Saying, oh yeah, Steph, did you see that video on X of the Hulk hosing down Meghan with a water hose? Seriously, I'm watching it right now. This is funny. Puny Markle. Foolish Markle. I love it. I love how you said puny Markle, foolish Markle instead of puny Sussex. Foolish Sussex. Even the freaking Hulk knows that her last name is freaking Markle. Come on. Thank you so much, Head Mod, for that. Appreciate your face. Also, as well, Garden Babe, thank you so much for the very generous $10 sugar bucks, saying, watching from a fellow Commonwealth nation. Keep up the good work, Steph. Hey up, Garden Babe, from a fellow Commonwealth nation. Appreciate your face. Thank you so much for the sugar bucks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Not Quite Royal says, royal titles are not recognised in the US. No. However, as far as I'm concerned now, Megsy is really trying to use it for commercial purposes. Not good. Susan Lindbergh Panay says, I'm just going to call her loser. Sounds good to me. Jimbo says, suck eggs. There. Michael Mencher, Donut Clown. Okay, here are some alternative names for Megsy. Angela Jacoby says Cruella. Mike Drop Lisa says, I need to look into changing my surname. You can do it online. It's what I did. I did it online. The documents were sent to me. I signed it. I had it countersigned by someone in authority. And then sent it back. Very, very easy to do. Very easy to do. And I think I did it for less than about 50, 60 quid at the time. But this was like about 15 years ago, bear in mind. So it might be a little bit more now, but you can still easily do it online. Seba says, we had a duchess in our family. It was the dog's name. Oh, you guys crack me up. I love it. Alessandra Alonso says, I'd call her Me Again Debacle. That would be cool. Sarai Rios, Mega Devil. Oh, okay. All right. Sweet. That's a little bit nerdy there. I see that and I think of Daredevil. There you go. I like it. I like it when the two worlds collide like that, in a way. Alessandro Alonso said, I started calling it Methan about a year ago. Glad it's catching on. Oh, yeah, it is definitely caught on. Blacksmith02 says, I'll call her Rachel, the Sprag of Montecito. Oh, and it's monkey time. You guys, you've been screaming for the monkey time for a while. I kind of stopped it a little bit. But you guys are really demanding it comes back, and we have achieved a monkey, which is whenever we reach 500 likes on a stream. Every 500 likes, we achieve a monkey, and we've got there. So it's monkey time. Get your dancing monkey shoes on for this one. So thank you so much to everyone that's hit the like button and helped us achieve a monkey for today's live stream. I appreciate your faces. With that being said, that is it for today's live stream. Catch me this Sunday. So the leader only live stream for the month of March will be at 9 o'clock on Sunday, which is 4 o'clock Eastern time. And then straight after that, 10 o'clock UK time, 5 o'clock Eastern, will be the Daily Nerd Live Sunday edition. So I hope to catch you all then. Thank you so much to everyone that subscribed today, that's liked this stream, that's been generous and kind enough to be able to send me some super chats my way and some sugar bucks. Thanks to everyone that's commented in the live chat and kept me company right at the end, and everyone that's just tuned in, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I appreciate all your faces. Thank you so much for all your continued support. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you on Sunday. Until then, you guys, laters.